old friends. Did you like my new intro? Spent a bit of time getting that sorted out today. It makes use of a royalty-free image that I downloaded off Shutterstock. No, iStock, some site. I've forgotten already. How terrible is that? And music that I downloaded from Shutterstock. Remember that one? It was actually a fairly expensive exercise. I believe that it needs to be expensive because you have to have sort of like expenses covered, and people who put this out there, they don't get the rights in perpetuity, so therefore they get some rights, but they don't get to monetize the rights for the royalty-free stuff. So I guess they need to have a sort of a nice big one-off payment to cover the cost. Hence that intro. I'm going to use it a lot more because I've paid a bit for it. So yeah, So there you go. How's this week been? This week was an interesting week. I got the video that I did for you guys in a bit late from last week, and so I haven't had much time to actually do much. We cancelled a game again. I seem to be getting a lot of cancelled games. I don't know what's going on with that. Is it me? No. Anyway, cancelled games, and that was for Thursday night, so it was a bit of a shame, but it was for a good reason. A friend of mine, he was getting his job application done, and I think, trying to get a promotion sorted, and I think that's a worthy thing to cancel a game for, and I do wish him the best. I hope that he wins the position, because quite frankly, I think he deserves it myself. So, if they ask me, I'll say that, 100%. Right, next, my sister came down, and we spent the day dealing with medical issues. My sister has quite a few medical issues, and I'm more than happy to look after her. So, and that day that she came down, she needed a bit of looking after, so I did that. That's really about it. So, Saturday, I spent the day playing computer games. There's lots I could have been doing. I could have been, preparing for this video. I could have been preparing a different video. I could have been doing all kinds of stuff. But I decided to just chill out for the day and frustrate myself by playing Command & Conquer Red Alert, which is an interesting game. The remastered edition. And that's the remastered edition because that is the version that my son bought me for my birthday, Father's Day, or sometime last year. Last year's a blur. So much happened last year, I just have trouble keeping up with everything. Although, that's me in general. I have trouble keeping up with what happened last week, which is why I have to do these videos weekly, otherwise I would never remember what to put into them. Anyway, so, last week was a blur. No. Last year was a blur. Yep, right. But I played Command & Conquer yesterday. Yeah, my brain. Yeah, that's it. It's ridiculous. Now, you might notice something slightly different again today. I decided that I might try and focus more on my bookcase, so I've turned my camera around slightly so that can happen. Of course, looking behind me, I can see that the bookcase probably needs a bit of work. It's got a bit messy there. Of course, I've got that wall there that I need to do something with. Maybe I'll put a poster up or something like that, Slightly change the way this area looks. Gotta love the paint job though. Leftover paint from painting other parts of the house was great for this room. So, yeah. Right. So, I promised something last week, and that was to show you what it looks like when you use PowerPoint to animate. Now, you can actually use PowerPoint to animate. One of the things you can do with PowerPoint is you can actually export PowerPoint set of PowerPoint slides into an MP4, and also on individual slides you can also set up animation on those individual slides as well, and so you can actually get some fairly crude animation going. So let's have a look. I'm going to cut this into the video. I'll just basically get it going right now. So this was an animation I sorted out for my travel group. I just wanted to give a bit of an intro to one of the adventures I was planning on doing, and I created the animation and then basically posted it on YouTube and sent it to them. And here we go. I'm trying to show the routes they're going to be taking, and PowerPoint gives you the ability to kind of like do expansions of images and stuff like that. But then you've got to be careful afterwards. I had to mix in a bit of photoshopping of some stuff and adding in the Photoshop slides into the PowerPoint slides as well in order to get this going. This video is actually also running a lot faster than what the original video did, because PowerPoint does have this tendency to put in lots of dead time. And before I actually put this video into this one into into this video, I did a lot of editing of it to cut out some of that dead time so it would go a bit faster. So you can see there that I'm basically trying to do a sort of like a enhance and zoom sort of scenario where you basically just show the area that you're going to be looking at. And then I decided that I wanted to show which areas had been explored. Those images I've taken from the Traveller book, and there's a few other images in there as well that will be coming a bit later, produced by Zero Hour Productions, who produces a marvellous set of deck plans. And whenever they do a Kickstarter, I always make sure I get involved with those Kickstarters, because not only do they do deck plans, they also produce a miniature and a nice little poster as well, and I quite love that. So shout out to those guys. So there you go. You see that you can get things moving around quite nicely, things being highlighted, pointed out, etc., etc. And I think this is probably going to be good enough for me to produce my video on traveler technology in the future, with a voiceover and these sort of things moving around. Oh yeah, that's a final slide. I actually printed out that final slide. So, ooh, what happened there? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all finished. Okay, so that's that done. Fantastic. So yeah, so that's an example of a video, that a bit of animation that can be done. And I reckon that's probably the style of animation I'll be using, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I don't want to build any, don't want to build any fantastic sets of animations, because one, I just don't have the skill. I'm completely new at this, and the other thing is I don't have the time. I really don't have the time to get good at this. These videos I'm doing, this vlog that I'm doing, is all about practicing some of the skills that I need to sort out in order to just do the basics of video editing. And you can see that happening as we go by video to video. This video is probably the most I've ever done in terms of pre-editing stuff prior to starting up a new vlog, actually talking to you. So the idea is that some of those things I've done previously will be slotted into this video once I finish producing it. Okay, that's it for this week. And in terms of the progress I'm making on the actual other set of videos, which is going to be coming sometime, yeah, I really do need to get a storyboard sorted out and work out what I want to talk about, and also try and think of a focus of how I'm going to present the information. Because one of the things I'm worried about is I've written a few things out, but it sounds really dry. And I don't think it'd be entertaining at all. And I think what I want is for people, when they watch it, not only to be informed about how the jump drive works and how this Traveller tech works, but also be a bit entertained as well. And referring back to various different versions of Traveller and stuff like that to say where I got the information from might be fine. But if I'm not careful, I could actually end up just talking about the references and talking about the game, and actually not talking about what I'm meant to be talking about, and also presenting it in a dry and boring way. So I've got to, I think what I might have to do is just do a few practice runs with some of the info. And so I'll probably do those practice runs on this channel before I finalize the final video and put it on another channel. So look out for, in the future, me doing a few practice runs on you guys, just to see how things look. Yeah, well, that's it. I don't really want to say much else, otherwise I'll end up running too long. But it has been an interesting week. It was interesting that the skills I've learned so far were pretty much enough for me to actually produce the video today. But I think I need to investigate new things, and so I'll look into doing that in future videos. And, well, really not much more to say apart from that. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.